Never have I ever had sex in public.
Really? None of you? Oh, come on, Heather. You haven't drank once. You are such a prude.
Or maybe I've just never had sex in public.
All right, you have just seen a clip from American Reunion where, yes, it is. It's the cast of American Pie having a reunion, and Chris Klein is one of the old gang that comes back to do it, and Chris is with us today. So welcome.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Now, the clips that I've seen of the movie don't really show this scene that I'm madly in love with, of you dancing, you being a complete dancing fool.
A complete fool. A complete fool.
No, I just think it was pretty great.
Well, thank you. I can say thank goodness it's a comedy. Thank goodness it's a comedy because it is foolish. But no, that was not my idea. I do have to admit that idea was pitched to me by John Hurwitz and Hayden Schlossberg, the writer-directors of this movie. When I sat down with them to talk about participating in Reunion, they said we feel like Oz has moved to Los Angeles and become a sports broadcaster. And I said, great, that's great. I don't have a better pitch than that. I don't have a better idea than that. And then they said, and he's got a really, really hot younger girlfriend. I said, great, hey, I don't have a better pitch than that. And then they said, and we feel like with his, C, B at best level celebrity, he goes on a celebrity dance competition show and dances hip hop. And I said, great, because that'll be Oz's, kind of big comic piece. And I got to work and I started training to hip hop dance. Now, watching a 200-pound, 6 foot 1 inch tall man attempting hip hop dance moves designed for a 22-year-old, maybe 5'4" a guy, and at 32 years old, it was pretty funny, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, now that
to
you're
do.
so old.
Yeah, well, I didn't say so old.
Barely do it.
Yeah, I didn't say so old.
But set this up. I mean, we all know the first American Pie, at least I do, is 1999. So, and you were but a child, when
I
this
was.
happened. But you're all back now. You did American Pie 2. You didn't do the wedding one. You certainly didn't do any of the direct-to-DVD ones that came in there. So you guys are really getting together again. The old gang is back together.
The whole gang.
They're all there.
Is back together. I mean, even, we have the Shermanator from the first movie, and Nadia, played by Shannon Elizabeth, she comes back. It's all the key players, plus all the really colorful players that really helped make American Pie what American Pie is. And it was fantastic to get back together with this group of very, very talented men and very, very talented, beautiful women to participate in a franchise that's been so special to all of us, because as you said, we were all very green in this business. Back in 1998 when they were casting American Pie, I was just hoping to get an acting job that summer, because if I didn't, I was going home to Omaha, Nebraska. That was end game, and I had just enough money to be in Los Angeles for 2 weeks, and I got cast in American Pie. And and that really catapulted all of our careers. So to share that incredible experience with this group of people, we all have a very special relationship and a chemistry that is organic, that is a real testament to the casting process, really, which at sometimes we think is really archaic, and how does this even work, and how do you find the right players for the right roles? This time it worked. In 1998 it worked, and 13 years later it's still working, and we're having a lot of fun making these movies. Heather.
Chris.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
I guess we had the same idea, huh?
Chris, this is Ron, my boyfriend.
Chris Ostreicher, Ron Douglas, it's a pleasure to meet you.
How do you do?
Ron's a cardiologist at my hospital.
A cardiologist?
Wow.
Yeah, and hey, listen, my friends call me Dr. Ron, D-Ron, or just Dron, so you feel free.
Okay.
In the movie, you have reunion with Heather, with Mina Suvari. So what was it like with you and Mina coming back?
That was a lot of fun to get back with Mina Suvari and rekindle that Oz-Heather storyline and that relationship for the franchise. I love Mina so much. She's so beautiful and such a talented actress. And I get the best of both worlds in this franchise. I get to go goof off with the guys, and then on the other side of that, I get to have these really wonderful, intimate scenes where Mina and I get to explore that Oz-Heather dynamic. And what we learn about Oz in American Reunion is that on paper, Oz looks like he's living the life. He's got it all together, like he's doing that early 30s thing. He's got it all figured out. But for Oz, when he goes home to East Great Falls and sees Heather, that flame that he's held for her burns brighter than even he knew. And he needs to address that right then and there. And then, as American Pie does, it blows up in his face.
Yeah,
So kind of amazing to wake up one morning and you see an audition that you did 2 years ago, be on YouTube and think, oh wow, that was terrible.